Hi, I'm Alan from bornactive.com, and in this video I'm going to be showing you some of the most effective exercises you can do to work your abdominal and oblique muscles using an exercise ball. One of the reasons I like using an exercise ball is that it also works the deeper stabilizer muscles as well as improving your balance. So to get started, let's do some crunches and get those abs working. Lie on the exercise ball with the ball positioned in the small of your back. Placing your feet wider than your shoulders will give you more stability to do the exercise. And using your abdominal muscles, raise your shoulders up as you inhale, and as you can see I'm rounding my back and rolling up my spine as I do this. Keep your shoulders and neck relaxed because all the work is coming from your abs. And although I have my hands up by my ears, they're not touching my head, so I'm not tempted to pull on my head to help me up. Exhale and return to the starting position, and repeat this, building up to 10 to 20 repetitions per set. Now to work the oblique muscles more intensely, we're going to be doing some crossover crunches. Position yourself on the ball in the same way as you did for the crunches. This time, as we bring our shoulders up, we're going to rotate our body so that in the end position, our shoulders end up as vertical as possible. Don't worry if you can't get to this vertical position to start with, everything is a progression, and the more you do this exercise, the stronger your obliques will get. After all, the important thing is to be doing the exercise. Now you can either do a set to your left, followed by a set to your right, as I'm doing here, or you can alternate one left, one right, etc. The choice is yours. Again, if you can aim to do between 10 and 20 per side per set, you'll be doing great. Okay, now we're going to do a plank, which is a great exercise for all of your core muscles, as well as the hip flexors and quadriceps. Doing the plank on an exercise ball is a progression from doing it on the floor. So if you've not done a plank before, I'd suggest you start off doing the floor version. It's the same position as I'm showing you here, except you rest your forearms on the floor. Now using the ball, place your forearms on the ball and extend your legs and get up on your toes. The wider your toes are on the floor, the more stability you have, or the closer your feet are together, the more challenging you make it. Draw your belly button towards your spine, engaging your core muscles to protect your lower back. And the exercise is simply holding this position for 30 to 60 seconds. Although you're not having to make any movements, the challenge is to keep yourself stable and balanced on the ball. If you can build up to 3 sets of 60 seconds, you're developing a fantastically strong core. To progress this even further, we can perform the plank with straight arms, and this position creates even more instability for our core to deal with. In all versions of the plank, the ideal position we're aiming for is with our shoulders, hips and ankles in line. However, this can be a challenging exercise for many people, and you'll find it a little easier by keeping your hips higher than your shoulders and ankles. And this also takes the pressure off your lower back while your core muscles get stronger to support you. The key thing is to never allow your hips to drop below your shoulders and ankles, because that will put too much pressure on your lower back. Right, now let's move on to the exercise ball rollout, which works the abs, external obliques and the hip flexors. Kneeling on the floor, place your hands on the top of the ball in front of you with your thumbs pointing up. Engage your core muscles and roll your arms across the top of the ball and extend your body forward so that it straightens out as you lower your hips towards the floor. When you've rolled forward as far as you can, return to the starting position and use your core muscles to control the whole movement. The further you can extend, the more you're working your muscles. And to increase the intensity of this exercise, hold the extended position for a couple of seconds before returning to the start position. If you're just starting exercising, don't worry about extending fully straight off. Go as far as you can so you can get back safely, and by doing this regularly, your strength will soon improve so that not only will you be fully extending, you'll be holding that extended position. Okay, let's take it up a notch and do what we call the prone exercise ball in-out. Again, this works the abs, external obliques and the hip flexors, but also gives your shoulders some work to do. To start, get into the push-up position with your shins on the ball, and this will also help improve your balance. The movement is simply to pull your knees towards your chest, rolling your shins along the top of the ball, and the end position is with your knees as close to your chest as you can get them and your toes on the ball. Roll back to the start position and aim to repeat 10 to 20 times per set. And as I've said, you'll feel this challenging your arms more as well as your abs. The final exercise on this video is the exercise ball pike. It works the same muscles as the prone ball in-out, but requires more control from the core. Again, we start in the press-up position with shins on the ball, and the aim is to get our hips high while keeping our torso and legs straight. You do this by engaging your core muscles, rolling the ball forward with your shins and feet, and bending at the hips. Keep a straight back and keep your legs as straight as possible. Return to the start position and repeat. Don't allow your hips to drop below the level of your shoulders and legs on the way back, because we don't want to put undue pressure on the lower back. This exercise requires a lot of control, but by mastering this, you've developed a very strong core. These exercises are just a start. You can do so much with an exercise ball to safely and effectively strengthen many of the major muscle groups in the body. We're constantly adding new videos to our website, so why not visit www.born-active.com regularly. And we produce a regular newsletter with tips, exercises and workout ideas, and to receive this, just sign up at our website. If you've any questions about what we've talked about here, we're more than happy to answer them, so don't hesitate to get in touch. And in the meantime, keep active.